Hey everybody, welcome to Nga. So you ever heard of Minecraft? It's this niche little new indie game that a lot of people have been talking about lately. And this guy right here made a video about 6 years ago that is now completely outdated, and so I need to do it again. Because that video was about putting your Conlang onto Minecraft. And it worked. The video was an accurate tutorial of how to get all that stuff on there, and it worked great for approximately 5 years. But around a year ago, I started getting comments and notifications and information from people who were telling me that perhaps something had gone wrong. And what was that? What could possibly go wrong on a perfect video by me, Agma Schwa? Well, it was Minecraft did an update, and something about the language thingy stopped working. So yeah. In short, I think ever since 1.19 came out, there have been more and more glitches on getting a custom language file, you know, like the aa_bb.json file from showing up as a unique language on a language list after you put it on Minecraft as a resource pack. So ever since then, things have been kind of going wronger and wronger and wronger until at some point recently, probably within the past year, it stopped working entirely. Now, no matter what you do, when you create a resource pack that is just a language with the language file and the language.json and all that stuff, no matter what you do, it does not show up as a unique language on Minecraft's language list when you go onto the settings and go onto the language list, even if you did everything 100% correct. And I knew that something had gone wrong. I didn't know what had gone wrong, and there was very little, if not no, information across the internet, even on Reddit, except for like one post that had like 2 upvotes and 1 comment that said something about this. So I spent a long time trying to figure out what was going wrong. Why is the language pack not showing up on my Minecraft? Until finally I came to the realization that that 2 upvote, 1 comment Reddit post was correct. You just genuinely cannot have a custom language show up on the language list on Minecraft in any of the current versions of Minecraft anymore. As far as I know. If I'm wrong, tell me, and this whole video will instantly become irrelevant too. So I am going to vanish for the rest of this video and transform into a disembodied voice in a screen explaining the new way to put your Conlang onto Minecraft. Alright everyone, are you ready to see how the Conlang on Minecraft is done in the year of our Rabo 2026? So, first things first, you're going to go and you're going to type in run, as in Control R in some circumstances. You're going to type in %opdata% if you were British. This will open up this roaming file. In there, you will click on .minecraft. Within this, you will see a series of options. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click into versions. Then there will be a list of every version of Minecraft that is installed natively on your computer. I am going to use 1.21.8 in this particular instance because that's what the Ngcraft Minecraft server is in. There are more recent versions than that, but the same rules still apply. What you're going to do is you're going to take this. If you click on it, you're going to see that there is a jar and a JSON in there. What you're going to do is you're going to take this whole thing, copy it, take it to your desktop, and you're going to paste it. Boom, there it is, copy and pasted. Right, now you have this independent, completely unconnected from your actual Minecraft install. You have a .jar and a .json. You are then going to take this .jar. You're going to take the .jar, you're going to copy it, and you're going to paste it somewhere where you could see it. I'm just doing everything on the desktop here because it's nice and convenient. Right, next, what we are going to do is we are going to right-click this. We're going to rename it. Ahem. I said we are going to, there we go. Okay, we are going to rename this .zip. Hit enter. Yes, it may become unusable, but guess what? It's going to have just what we need. So would you look at that? All right, now delete this other one here, the one that you've copy and pasted onto here first. You don't need that anymore. It's just going to cause confusion. So get rid of that. Now you're going to take this guy right here, your zip, and you're going to go over and you're going to extract it. Extract it. I'm extracting it straight to the desktop, but I'm going to name it a video test, because I already have one called test on here when I was testing out this exact process. So video test in this instance. You wait a second, give it its time, let it have its fun. It might take a second because this is like an entire Minecraft install of all the assets and stuff for it. So yeah, how's your day going today? It's been alright. Took a walk, play with my cat a little bit. What about you? Oh no, it was fine. I had a big meeting at work. I assume that's the kind of thing you're going to be saying right now in response to my question. Let's wait. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to end this recording and come back when this is done. Actually, no. You're going to watch. You're going to watch, and I'm going to do a little time lapse. That's right. Take that. Alright, here we go. Okay, now that you're in this, you're going to have these main couple folders up here, and then a massive array of these tiny little class files. You don't need any of them. So what you're going to do is you're going to select everything, do a little Control-A action on there. You're going to deselect assets, and you're going to delete everything that's not assets. Just kill it. Eliminate it. Extinguish it. And then we get to watch that happen too. Yep. Oh no! Yeah, just try again. And just like that, we are down to just the assets folder. You're going to click into the assets folder now. And then you're going to see Minecraft and asset root. And then I don't think you need the asset root. I think you can kill that off too. Delete it. Goodbye. In Minecraft, you're then going to see these various options here. Now, this is the vast majority of what you're going to need to make any resource pack in general. In our case, we're just working with the language. So, in this case, I'm going to get rid of this, and 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 this. And we are going to delete all of that. Okay, that one was easy. Now, I left font, lang, and texts on here. For this first instance, you really only need lang, right? I could totally just delete. I could delete font and text too if I wanted to, and then just focus on lang. But I'm leaving those in there just in case you want to do something with the font or the text. The text being like the big, like the splashes, the end text, the post-credit text, the credits. All that stuff, which could be fun to translate as well. But the main thing is to go into lang here. And over here in lang, we have enus.json and deprecated.json, which I think is something just in here to show things that no longer exist in this particular version of Minecraft that did in a previous version of Minecraft. But you could pretty much just ignore that. What we're going to do now is we are going to right-click this little guy, and we're going to go into it with a text editor of some sort, right? In this case, I'm going to use VS Code, but you could use any kind of thing other than Notepad. And then, boom, would you look at that? This is every piece of text that shows up in-game in Minecraft, from the menu screen to the achievements to the block names. I'm sure that we're going to be focusing on the block names in particular. Now, let me go back to this real quick. One thing that makes this new version of getting your Conlang on Minecraft, different from how it worked in the olden days, is that you used to be able to make a duplicate of this, and then you could change the code and stuff. You could. I had one that was ar_ef.json, and that was what I used for Arodjun. But you can't do that on Minecraft anymore, as far as I know. Nowadays, all you can do is you create a resource pack, and this resource pack, when you put it onto Minecraft, is going to override whatever is different about it than in basic Minecraft, meaning all you can do is you can edit your particular default Minecraft language on here, or whatever language you happen to choose, and then you can edit it all you want, put it into this resource pack, we'll save it, we'll put it on Minecraft, I'll show you how in a second. But instead of it showing up as a new language on the language list, it's just going to be the replacement for your default language, or whatever existing language on the default Minecraft language list that you chose. I find that very, very annoying and kind of stupid, because you used to be able to just add whatever language you want with whatever name you want on there, but now it seems that you can't do that. Disprove me in the comments. I would love to be disproven. Like please, I like the way it used to work a lot better than this. So if there's a way to make that work again, show me how. But I do not currently believe that you can do that. So what we're going to do, again, open it up in your text editor, and suddenly have access to all these various blocks and things like that. Now in order to test this out to make sure that it actually worked, I'm just going to do some of the basic menu items and maybe like one block so that we could test it and demonstrate. So what we're going to do is we're going to search for menu dot, and then there's various options and things that show up on here. So like if I wanted to go to single player, right, now I'm going to change the single player, and I'm going to say just you in all caps. And then for, say, multiplayer, we'll go to multiplayer, right? There's the multiplayer button. And then I'm just going to change that to friends, spelled like that, friends. Options, help me, please. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to change a couple blocks, right? We're going to change, let's go to acacia, for example. Let's go to some acacia related items. Right, here's doors, fences. Where's just like the wood? Yeah, like acacia wood. Like, let's just say auga, and then I'm gonna change this to awuga wall sign and awuga slab. There you go, and then you save it. Control S. Just save that file, give it the old saverino, close out of it. Suddenly you've edited it. Look, there it is. Boom, it's been changed. Okay, but now there's a couple other things that you have to do to make this actually work, and that involves creating a couple extra little files on here as follows. Now, I am going to open my handy dandy Obsidian for this. Here's me doing my Arodjun in Minecraft right here, actually. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work on this lately, more than I should have, because I have a lot of other more important things to be doing, but I just had to figure out how to get this working. Anyway, let me open this up on the instructions for this very video. Little meta moment right here. Okay, so I'm gonna have this in the description as best as I can, but you need to have essentially exactly this. First, back in the root folder, what we are going to do is we're going to go back to video test, and right here next to assets, we're going to create a new, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, whatever. I don't know what just happened there. Hang on a second. What did I just do? Oh well, I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, yeah, so right here next to assets, we're going to go to new. We're going to go to text document. Alright, doesn't matter what it's called right now, because you're going to go into this text document, and in this text document, you're going to paste this exact block of text here. Now, for the version that I was doing, 1.21.8, there's actually a range of versions that actually work for this now. And every single time that I tried to do a single version on here, like like a single pack format, it didn't let me. But for whatever reason, when I included both the minimum and maximum value of the supported formats for this particular version of Minecraft, it worked. This is actually supposedly all of 1.21, even though I'm in 1.21.8. For some reason, it didn't like it if I just put 75 on here, but it did if I did all of this. So you're going to want to paste this exact thing in here. You're going to want to hit save as, and you're going to want to do all files and save this as Pack.mcmeta. Pack.mcmeta. Boom, just like that. And alright, so get rid of the text document. You only need the Pack.mcmeta in here. Just like that. See that? Cool. Now, it's also best to have a pack logo on here. You don't need to. It'll just have a little default image show up. But I'm going to pull from test number 4, whatever my pack.png file was in there. And we're going to go back into video test. And I'm going to put my pack.png right here. So now there's an image. This image has to be a PNG file. And I believe it has to be exactly 128 by 128 pixels. If you can hear meowing, that is my sweet cattiest boy, Daryl. The cattiest boy ever to be a cat boy on this earth. Yeah. Anyway, so now we have this. We have pack.png, we have pack.mcmeta, and we have our language file. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go into Minecraft. I'm going to rename this to video test, and I'm going to call it 1.1. I like to have versions on these things just so I know exactly how updated everything is, so I don't get all messed up in my head. And we're going to take video test 1.1. We're going to go back into %op.%, go back to your .minecraft, and now you're going to go, instead of versions, you're going to go into resource packs. In resource packs, you can see all the various things that I have on this one. Just give it a little draggity drop. It might copy it, it might just drag it. It looks like it just dragged it in this case. And cool. Now we are going to go and log into Minecraft and see what happened. Yeah, and currently it's got the Arodjun stuff on it. But we're going to go over into settings. We're going to go over into resource packs. I'm going to pull out Arodjun test, and we're going to go down to video test 1.1. Would you look at that? We're going to click done. I'm sorry if you think that texture pack is hideous. It's kind of fun, though. So let's see if it worked. There we go. I also have an Arial font thing on here, so it's an Arial font. Anyway, so there it is. Just you, Freens, help me please. So if we go into here, I'm gonna go over into Acacias. And we're going to see what those acacia blocks look like. I think it's a creative world. I hope it's a creative world. Yep. Alright, what does it say? Let's go to acacia stuff. Actually, awooga. Would you look at that? Awooga slab. There you go. So it works. There's my awooga. There's my awooga slabs. Don't you like that? Isn't that beautiful? Yep. Lots of awooga. Cool. So it works. That's pretty much it. Right? So I'm gonna go back into the settings. I'm gonna go back into the resource pack, and I'm gonna go swap this back into Arodjun because I'm having a good time switching my Minecraft back into Arodjun piece by piece by piece. Really haven't done too much yet, but again, I'm a busy guy. Yeah, so anyway, obviously there's thousands and thousands and thousands of entries on any given Minecraft, so it'd take you a really long time to get everything translated unless you're like working on a team. But yeah, it is something you can definitely do, and it would be particularly fun, especially on a server such as nguhcraft, where everyone's got their own conlangs and countries and stuff on there. So I do have that set up on nguhcraft at the moment, and I am updating my Arodjun pack regularly. So I will put that pack format code in the description, and I will also try to label out updating over time what pack format ranges work for the particular versions of Minecraft. I believe, actually, let me just go pull up the page. There's a page on like Planet Minecraft that shows exactly what pack formats generally work for each version of Minecraft. Though they didn't say anything on that website about the ranges of versions that I ended up having to do to make it work. Actually, it appears that the Minecraft wiki actually has this done pretty well. Right, there you go. So here's the min format, max format kind of setup. And then it looks like if you go down here, that's data packs. This is for the resource packs right here. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe when I made my first video all those years ago, I was using like pack format 3 or something like that. But nowadays we've moved well beyond that. Right, so here's the ranges. Apparently 1.27 to 1.28 are supposed to be 64, but I had to do a range between 35 and 75 or something like that to make it work, and it looks like that takes you to the final version of this. And I just accidentally did the developer tools or something, I don't know. And then it looks like 84 is the current iteration for Minecraft version 26.1 up to whatever it currently is. And that is always going to keep on changing. For some reason, the numbers seem to be going like exponentially higher instead of up one by one. So who knows what the next numbers are going to be, but I will try to keep that updated in the description of this video. But yeah, that's the gist of it on Windows. The process should be essentially exactly the same on Linux. And the process is almost exactly the same on Mac, except the names of the folders you have to go to at first to get to the resource pack data and all that is that the files are slightly differently named. Yeah, so like on Mac, maybe I'll just like have a recording of me doing this on my Mac because I have a Mac and I've done this successfully on there too. Mac's global folder is labeled tilde/library/application/support/Minecraft/resource packs. That's the folder where you're going to store those things. And then there's going to be, whenever you go into like your .minecraft in there, or just Minecraft in this case, they don't do dots on Mac, you're going to see a file inside of your selected Minecraft version assets labeled .ds_store, and you're going to want to delete that. And then there's also going to be one labeled like Mac OS X. You're going to want to delete that too. All you need are the actual assets themselves. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you to everyone who has become a matron over on patreon.com/nguh. That gets you access to the Minecraft server, very relevant to this. Or you could send 1,000 messages on the Discord server. Links for both of those are in the description. There you go. I hope you feel informed and epic and powerful. With that, nguh is out.